Good day, everyone. Before we start, we have a disclosure, and then you have to be aware of the risk in the future trading. What we are doing, we are sharing our signals, and those are at your own risk. We're not responsible for your trading. At the moment, we are done with the short trade, and now we are looking for a long trade, a long signal trading. If we look what happened today, we had a sell entry on the ES at 2676. And then the target you can see right here at the market analyzer was 2659 and hit 56 ticks. The YM, we had a sell signal at the 24,589 and the target was 24,394. I do not make the targets. The system measure the market and put the targets and measure every single trade, how many takes and the entry and the target and the trailing stop. This is nothing comes from our. It is all automatic, and then you can use the auto trade to enter the same entry, whether you are on an ATM or on a fully automated. In Nasdaq, we had a signal at 66.98 and the target was 66.50 and hit 169. And we have a Russell at 156, 1562, and then the target was 1552, and on and on and on. So right now we are on, we're done. We hit the target. Actually, there were much more. If we look at the CL, they're all based on one contract and all based on one contract, one entry. You can see the entry on the chart and you can see the target where we hit the target, a little bit below the target went down. That's okay. And now we are fixing to get a new signal. The same story, we can see we hit the target long time ago on the YM and nothing happened afterwards. And then we have here, there is a lot of fib lines today. I'm sorry about that. So we can see where the target hit on the NASDAQ, went a little bit below, and now is going back again to the target. So now what we are waiting for, a new signal on the long entry, because this system here, it take one trade on the way down, and once the market and it stays down on one trade. And then once the market change in momentum, change in direction, and we have a long signal, then the auto trade will take a long trade one time until it's done and hit the target. And then if the market turn back to the short side, then the auto trade will take it. So on every time the market change in direction or change in momentum, you will have a signal. But and like as an example, here on the right corner, like the the automated swing trading. The automated swing trading keep going in until it gets the target. As an example, this is a different system. This is an automatic swing trading. This one keep trading left and right until it hits the target. So this is different kind of approach to the market. So as an example, right now we just finished that trade on the YM. This is based on the 3 minutes. The Nasdaq just hit the 2455 on the 3 minutes chart, and it hit 1175 on the ES. Beautiful entry, and it was done. And on this Russell, we still not hitting the target. 30-year Treasury bond just closed that direction. And the DAX today took 1, 2, 3, 4 trades and hit 7. And now we have the CL hit the target. So as an example, those here, the auto trade keep trading until he hits the target. Where on those here, actually, they are very good. This kind of entry signal um, that uh, despite the volatility in the market, you can take that signals when it comes. And what I like about that is not going to be too many signals during the 8 hours in the session. So most of the time you're gonna get 3, 4 signals a day. And but that should be enough if you can take one of the signal and then the signal goes to your direction. Now we have updated the system to our members. We have updated the system to the version 12. And then by the time we were done, NinjaTrader have released the 13 version. So on the 13th version, they have done some um, updates where it has a little impact on the ATM strategy. So right now, what we are doing, we are upgrading, which should be done by next week, and we will send it out. We have put some different features in there also to be a little bit more aggressive. And now we are upgrading the system to NinjaTrader 13, and and um, and it will be hopefully will be released by next week. So sorry guys, but it was no use for us to send you the version 12 because NinjaTrader 12 is total different than the 13 when you are talking about ATM. So the same signal you can take it on a full automated or ATM strategy, because the whole concept is when the signal fire, you can use an ATM or fully automated, and then it hits the cell entry as an example, the target, and then you trail and stop, and it does itself everything automatic. So right now, because of the version 13, we're just doing some minor upgrade to the ATM, so you will not have a problem, and we will send you the latest version. So what we are waiting on here is a new signal. We are done with the short side, and now we are looking for a long trade. So we are just waiting on a long trade. Now everything it will change in a minute, and we can see there is a buy-in coming in on the Nasdaq. So it's a matter of time. We should have a new signal on the Nasdaq, and we'll see if. It looked like the market is changing right now, so we will see when we get the new signal. And of course, you will see the signals here on the market analyzer. And plus, there is a sound. It tells you when there is a new signal. I'm going to stay quiet for a few minutes until we get the new signal, and then we cover how the new signals work and see what is the entry price, and see what is the target, and see what is the support trading momentum on those here. Um, so I will just turn off my mic for a few minutes until we have the new signal. Thank you. If we notice on the ES, we have the re-entry point, and this is really critical on the ES if you're thinking to take long or short. Of course, you are at your own risk. We're not calling any trades here. But we have a re-entry point. You can see on the market analyzer, we put it under safe entry. So as an example, you have an ES at 2672.25. So if you are deciding to take short or long, this is can really filter a lot of your bad trades, because let me show you, it's not just one time, it's practically almost every time when the market comes into those prices, those are keys, and that is going to be a problem for you. Sometimes we cannot tell if this market going to hold or is going to break those levels. So those are a very key important in the trading. As an example right now, if we are taking the NASDAQ, you look under the NASDAQ, you have the re-entry point is 66.8950. So the 66.8950, it is a really crucial number. So if we have a sell order on the entry 66.9875, on the pullback, which it is one of the things is it's been around for many years and never run out of that. Always remember, pullback reentry has been the most success. Identify trend pullback reentry. It's been around for almost 20 years and never ran out of uh, uh, date. So for many years, we've seen a lot of action in the market, but this equation, I know it for over 20 years and never fell back. So if we notice here on the re-entry point, as you see right now, then the ES did exactly what it's supposed to. And now we have a new signal on the Russell. Let's look at the Russell. Let me try. Immediately after the entry, the Russell pulled back, and this is going to be a lot of volatility because the Russell have a double support. So probability this Russell is going to drop to the 51 level and then kick back. So uh, this is one of the example. You have a pullback right there, but it's a fake um, movement. So it's not something you need to take a short trade on the Russell. The reason is very important. You have a double support line on the Russell here, and just have 155 13 right there. This is a major support area right there at 155. I'm sorry, 1551.6 is right there. Right here where I'm going to mark it, and you can see it yourself. This is where the Russell is going to be projected, is from the 1551.6, and watch it, and you can see it yourself. So right now, this uh, pulling down on the Russell is a fake movement. So in that cases, if you're not using the automated trading, what is your buy-in entry? It should be right above here, and it should be your buy-in entry somewhere on the Russell at 56 level. This is where you need to take it. And look at this. Look at the Russell. It's not going to go anything farther than 51.6. The same story, folks. If you we look on the ES, it came exactly to the safe entry where it is a re-entry point, right there, right on line with the ES, which is showing on your market analyzer. So this is really important keys. The same story here, folks. On the Nasdaq came in around those area, this yellow line. This is your re-entry point, and this is really keys to those market, especially for the future market. You have to understand the keys. It is very important, even if you are automated trading, you have to understand the key in this business. I mean, the keys are your money. So if you are just trading based on indicators, indicators follow the market, and that is very scary because your indicators are affected by the bar's movement. You are trading a future based on the previous bar. So you trade in the future based on the past. This is a very scary point where a lot of traders, they do not understand the difference when you are trading the future and your indication is based on the past. And that's why you see a lot of failure uh, uh, in the future trading, because what happened in the previous bar is irrelevant anymore. The only thing, the main things in the future, the secret in the future, is not what happened. What is this bar going? The first bar to the right, we need to predict it where the probability uh, um, on that bar, where is the probability of a projection and a support, and where is the probability if I enter the market to be estimating how much that trade it has to be. You cannot take that trade based on just hoping it goes with the wind, with your direction. This is not going to happen. So one of the things is with the future trading is if I want to get involved with 10, 15 ticks of stop loss, I need to be exactly uh, getting around 40 or 50 ticks out of it. We do not take a trade, hopefully, it's going to be to my direction. Another thing, folks, is right in front of you. As an example here, this is the prediction I predicted right now in front of you in a live video. Where is the probability of the Nasdaq, the Russell, it will rebound, and it came into the tick, and the Russell stopped. If you go back and rewind that video, you can see exactly we predicted where is this market is going to project by one tick, and this is the different, and you can see the Russell came in exactly where I put the buy entry, and now is going up. This is the power and the future trading where a lot of traders are unaware of it. The keys is more important than indicators. So, so if you rewind that video, you can see what we predicted on the ES. Before it happened, the ES went back to the safe entry and then got rejected. The same story happened on the Nasdaq, and then I put an order where is the market is going to project. So this is where uh, you can see as an example here on the Nasdaq, we have a 6640 projection, and we have a very nice area right there. That is going to drive any trader crazy. And here is the story, folks. Look at this. It came into the tick, it got me filled on the Russell. If you can rewind this video, you can see it. And I know almost where I need to put my order. So you can automate to trade everything. That's fine. But it is also a beauty to know, even if your auto trade is taking a trade, what is the probability on that trade? So look at this. It works like a charm. Knowledge, the knowledge in the future trading now earned me $70 on that in 2 minutes. Why? Knowledgement. Not indicator, not auto trade, knowledgement. I'm not saying you need to trade, learn how price action, no. But at least you have to have a little knowledge about a couple lines. Anybody can have a little knowledge of, I don't want to drag a trader to a room and teach him a price action. It's not going to happen. But I wanted to the trader understand couple lines. That's it. You have to understand what is the projection and what is your support and what is your limitation in the future trading. And if you are not going to accept that, this is a problem for you because it's fine. You can use an automated trading to take your feeling away. That's fine. We're not talking about weakness. We have 7 auto trades. And by the way, to our members, on the newer version on NT8, the version 13, we put a couple auto trades in there. The name of those auto trades called test 1 and test 2. So we throw a couple more auto trades in there for you guys. And then we all can test it. And then on those new automated trading is coming in your package. So I like to have my feedback from our members, and we'll be more than glad to update it and then rename it. If we notice here, we know exactly where is this Russell is coming, and we know exactly where it's going to project. So, and we know exactly where is the trade. One of the tricks you can do that if you are trading live, you're trading manually. One of the biggest mistake traders do is they using a dummy trailing stop. It is the worst enemy for the future, the trailing stop. I hate trailing stops, especially dummy trailing stops. It is very healthy to use a trailing stop behind the line, whereas your trailing stop should be protected behind a fib line, support line, whatever system you have in your under your sleeves. But for me, personal, staying sitting and banging my head because I can be mistaken. Emotionally, we can be all mistaken, and I can be predicting that I want to cancel this one. I want to. I'm scared from that fib line. It's gonna project and then go back to the buy-in entry or this line or this line, or I don't know if the buyers are fake. What I'm reading right now, they are quite even between the buyers and the seller. I can see it on the left upper corner. For whatever reason, one of the things is I know it is very hard to do, but this is what I like is do this. One of the things about doing this plus one thing in the future market, it could be you're gonna be gaining 10 ticks, and probably that trader has been wounded the week before or the day before. So when he sees 10 ticks, he want to trail it and be close to the trade, and then trying maybe to get 10 and 15 ticks out of that trade. And then 5 minutes later he's gonna jump into the wagon again, and it could be losing a trade. So one of the things is with the future trading, sometimes it is very nice to leave it alone. Sometimes you get like what we have on the swing trading. Sometimes we have a target can get 3,000, and sometimes we get 500 on that trade on that last trade. So the things is when you are doing this plus or one or two takes, uh, first of all, it ease out for you. Why? Because first of all, now you are on a free trade. If you wanted to do this, there is two options. You can go plus two takes, or you can invest in this market $5. So in another word, if you put it on the buy-in entry, that now my investment in that trade is only $5. I can afford that. Or a plus one take if you don't want to deal with the commission to your broker. But it is very healthy because sometimes if you don't use the trailing stop and you catch a trend, it could be the trade for today. And there is maybe a lot of times if your entry is coming in a very nice entry, as an example here, this entry is based on the fib support line where the Russell was rejected, either Russell or ES. And as you see right now, it is for me, I can also go one tick below, or I can be stopped out and dump it. That's very fine. But in the future trading, if you go ahead and put it on the price, your stop loss on the price you purchase it, that future from, and let it be. Don't mess with it. And then whatever system you have, let it. If you have a major support area or a resistant area, and leave it alone. A lot of times in the future, if you are catching a trend, sometimes that trade you have in your hand, a lot of times has happened to the traders that after they sell out on a good trade for 10, 15 ticks, Then they turn around, they use a trailing stop, and they find out they could have made 50 ticks out of that trade. So, in my opinion, and if you put plus one tick or a break even and let it be, at least you know you are on a free ride with that trade. So what happened right now, no matter what happened to this market, it's not going to cost you any dollar. So you are more relaxed. And if this market came back like now and knocked you out of that trade, at least we didn't cost us that much money. And now, absolutely, absolutely, I will find a new entry on a new basic where it is projected. And look at this, it's always coming to the same lines. In this trade and business, there is nothing 100%, but the most of the time, if this system keep doing the same thing, so that's mean you have um, a consistency, and once you have a consistency, then your self trusted. Now you can be a little bit more relaxed on your trading. So on this one here, you can see I know this number. It is a very the true average price is right there. And look, only the wick, and here's the projection. So if I got knocked out of that trade, absolutely, I would put it right there and start going again and again. There is a lot of things we can simplify our trades and not to get in a lot of trouble. The most important things in the future of trading that you should not take a trade where take it blindly and not expecting where is this market going. As I said before, it doesn't matter what happened on the previous bar. One of the things is a lot of traders they ignore that it is not up to you where you wanted to take the trade. Because as an example here, let's take an example on the ES. This is one of the example. If we notice on this ES, it came in exactly to our support line at 2657.50 one time, two times, and three times actually they came in here. So when you are trying to trade the future trading, first of all, we should not be trying to take a trade in the middle of the trend. One of the things traders make mistakes is they take a trade right up in the open, like let's say here. Okay, here when we are taking the trade, whether you are trading ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, it is out and protected entry, and anybody can clear you out of that trade. It is one of the biggest mistakes traders do, because first of all you need to be a warrior. I mean, not to be scared that you are missing out on a trade, because in the future trading always is gonna go back and reclaim those numbers. So if I wanted to take a trade on the ES or a Nasdaq or a Dow Jones, it will be here. And you know what? It doesn't matter which line, it could be here, or it could be here, or it could be here. I will take those entries. But I will not take those trades in the first of all, one of the biggest mistake, some you hear that people brag about, I use 22 ticks for stop loss on the CL. I mean, why 22 ticks? Who told you 22 ticks or 25 ticks or 15 ticks? For every trade, there is a price, and for every trade, there is a situation. It's not like a pack of cigarette you're buying, and then why I'm doing this? Because the things is in the future trading, I'm protected with that trade. So now I took that trade here, right at the support line, and you know what? I can have a sell order right below that line. So now my investment, I know exactly how much my investment, because if I wanted to sell again, it will be right there. So I know exactly what is my limitation. I have protected myself under a support line. And if you notice now, Look at this, folks. This is the second example I'm giving you in a live trading. It's not some kind of pre-video mixed and then I'm putting it on a YouTube. If you notice, we did this on the same thing on the Russell, and now we are doing that on the ES. And if you we notice right now, I know where is the target for that trade and where is the entry. And look at this. This is the second trade right in front of you, and those are a couple of $300 in a matter of seconds. Now I'm gonna let this trade go, and you will see acknowledgement, not a price action, acknowledgement, accuracy in your chart is gonna make why guys taking auto trades because they don't know how to trade. Simple as that. They have to drive their mother to the hospital. They have work. They are stressed. They are emotionally. We've heard it all. Very fine. I love auto trades. Don't get me wrong. But acknowledgement, you cannot shoot a blind. Acknowledgement about where is your support resistance, where is the limitation of that market. This is a problem for a guy does not or refuse to take a trade or refusing to looking at the chart. Acknowledgement, if you want to trade beans, you have to know a little bit about beans. You have to know a little bit about oranges. You cannot just buy container oranges and not knowing anything about oranges. So this is the problem is we have 13, 14 auto trades. It's not there. But the problem is traders don't want to look at the chart. And that is not acceptable. You can close your eye to the chart 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 month, 2 months. But eventually, one day, if you want to take this business serious, you have to look. As an example right now, I knew exactly where is my trade and I know exactly where's my target. Now, if you are using the auto trade, it's gonna does it all by itself. Go to the entry, target, trailing stop, fib line, that's all this. Now there is a buyers coming in, very fine, but I know what is my target. Why I know my target where it is? Because the ES projection is 2672. I know that. So now if we are talking about the 1 minute, right now, those guys are lowering those guys to start taking a trade. And this is where is the problem now. Look at this. Now we are closing that trade with $230 to $140. Look at this. Look where is this ES, folks. I started this YouTube today about automated trading, and then I wind up getting involved with the manual trading. So that's okay. Let's look. Look where is this ES flirting with? Which number is this ES flirting with? 6350. Where is the projection on that ES? Look at the market analyzer, the projection. Why I'm putting it here? Because the trailing stop 1 is a major resistance line, and the trailing stop 2 is a major resistance line. In between, you have a re-entry point called safe sell entry. And if we're looking at the 2762, 25, this is your re-entry point. When you are re-entering the market, this is the key. Either it's going to make it or break it. This is the key where this market is going to keep going short or is going to go long. So there we go. You can see exactly where is the ES flirting on one tick. On one tick, folks. One tick. And let's look at it. I put it at 63.50, and this is the third time coming into the 63.50. Now, if we have the sell order here, I put it to +1, and I'm very known well. I'm a stubborn man. I mean, a very, very stubborn man. For me, I know exactly what is my target, and now this market is not going to handle it anymore. It's finished. Now it's going to drop. But for me, I'm a kind of guy, if I'm going to get my hand dirty on a trade, I'm either gonna make it or break it. Either I'm gonna get chew on a very nice juicy steak on that trade, or I don't want anything out of that trade. For me, I do plus one tick and let it rotten in hell. Either I'll make my money out of it or I don't. I don't care. So, but for a guy sees $225, should I take it? Yeah, of course, I'll take it. If I want it, I'll take it. And there we go. We close position. We are done. 225. Now, watch this market at the re-entry point, folks. Here's your re-entry point. Let me change this one here, take this one. So we hit the target and watch this number here. Watch where this projection number is. Look, look. Here's the first bar, fell, and now here's the second bar, is dancing around that number. Now there is a buyers. You can see the charts is blinking, and the buyers are coming to break that line. And now look, they're trying. Look, where is this market? And immediately right after that, if we're gonna succeed, that means we're gonna have a new entry as a buying order right now on the. Look, where is this ES? It is not about you trading manually, but it is about acknowledgement. You can turn the auto trade, and now we are about to have a new signal on the ES, YM, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, everything. We're about to have a new signal. But this is not the story here. The story is just by looking at this market. Look at this, guys. Now we got a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond sell. What is telling us when the 30-year Treasury bond telling you sell? This means this market is about to fly to the upper side. And let's look. But we can see where is this ES holding. The ES is holding around the 26.7225. Look at this, guys. This is your ES 1 minute chart. None of those kinky Renko bar. Look at it, because this privilege on the minute chart, you will never get this accuracy on some kind of weird looking at chart. Look at this, folks, and let this market speaks itself how the accuracy should be in the future market. It's not a promotion. I don't care. It's just trying to teach those guys to open your eyes how the future market moves. There we go, folks. There we go. There we go. After that, lower every trader to come in and take those trades. What happened, folks? We predicted. So again, what I'm trying to tell you is it's not the indicator prediction. The indicator is following the market. When the market goes up, your ATR, your MACD, your momentum, all of it is telling you the market go up. You have not invaded anything. You can put 20 different indicators in there. They're following the bar. The secret in the future trading is predicting the first bar where it's going. This is about future trading. You cannot trade the future based on the past. I don't care. You know, I've been attacked worldwide because I say it the way it is. And I believe me, folks, I care less. So this is the way it is. And I have challenged so many people for the last 20 years. And I don't care. You hit me as much as you want. Come on down and get me as much as you want. But I will say my peace of mind in the future trading, if you cannot, whatever instruments you have, if your bar, you are not aware of that bar where it's going, you're not going anywhere with this future trading. You're just gonna keep losing money and losing money and losing money. Future trading has become much more complex than 20 years ago based on a couple of MACDs and ATRs. It is much more complex. During those years, the internet, now we have guys, they come in and out of the market in seconds. The prices has smoothed it out for the last 20 years, much more than, look at this. Did we predict the ES? How many times we have predicted in that video today the future market? How many times we predicted? Is it accident? Look at the previous chart. Look at the previous video. Wasn't it accident yesterday or the day before yesterday? Wasn't it an accident last week or the week before? Where is this market is going? Where is this market is going? It got projected exactly from our levels. Where is this market going? Should I be touching this market or should I be auto trading this market right now, despite what kind of auto trade you're using? No, I will not do anything right now. At this moment, I will stay behind because right now we got a projection. When we get a projection for that number, now this market is gonna go drive you crazy. And here's the drawing. I'll give you the drawing for the ES movement for the next couple minutes. Here is the movement on that ES. Very nice and clear. Here is your ES. What is the ES is gonna do? It's gonna keep going here and here and here and drive you crazy. So whether you are manual trading or you are auto trading, this is exactly what will happen to the ES. And I'm gonna leave this chart to look at it. We need the buyers. Now the ES is here. We are looking for a buyers to break those level. If there is not enough buyers to break those level, nothing is going to happen to this ES. It's going to keep going back and forth. And we can see on the ES, look at this. And now I did the drawing for you. You watch it for me. This is power, folks. This is acknowledgement in the future. It is power. It's not about some kind of righead trying to guide you, telling you what to do or what. No, it is about power, how to read the future. Look at this ES. This is gonna cost you money. It's gonna drive you crazy when you are trading. Exactly, we have predicted the way up, the way down, and let's look now on this ES what will happen. Which right now we see is a blink in the chart, and there is a lot of sellers pushing this market down. Why? The ES came into that level and never was able to break those levels. So now the ES is trying to find an exit. And watch this ES. Watch that ES. Let's see what will happen. Look at this. Where is it? It's exactly on that line. Okay. Okay. Look at the NASDAQ. Now they are pushing it down. It's a blinking. When it's blinking like this, that means there is a lot of sales come in. Okay. Okay. Let's look at it. Where it came in to the target. Thank you. Okay. Watch it, folks. The sellers are pushing it down. Very fine. Where are the sellers? Oh, are they gone? Okay, let's see. It came in exactly to the target. Okay, very fine. Where is it gonna go? A little selling coming in on the ES. Very fine. Very fine. Okay, Merry Christmas. It's not going anywhere. There we go. Going up again. And that can confuse the hell out of any trader. So folks, try to understand the future, whatever system you're using. Do not jump in on the first breakout in this business. On the future trading, this is what I know for the last 20 years, and that's what I know it works for the last 20 years. Identify trend, pull back, re-entry, and be calm. Do not let this market take you, lead you. You should wait till this market come into your direction. You have to be a little bit calm about it. We all get beat up. We all make mistakes in the market. But the things is, we have to use safety. So what happened to all the sellers, folks? What happened to all the sellers? Now, if we look again, is driving you yo-yo. Here's your Russell going back again. Thank you very much. I mean, nothing happened. The YM, nothing happening. The ES came into our target and now is climbing back. Where he's climbing to? To the same place right there. Trying to find an exit in this market. There we go. And I drew the line. Go back on the video 5 minutes. I drew the line 5 minutes ago. I'm sorry, I tried today to wanted to cover auto trades, and then I went up talking and about trading. All right. Okay. So we are waiting here on a new signal. It don't seem like the new signal is coming, and I think there is no short trades anymore. That's for sure. The reason is I don't have any more short trades because all of them right now below the target, and once it go hits the target, there is no more short. The reason is we don't know when this market is turning around. We don't know if it's this market turning around after 10 ticks or 15 ticks. But look, we have a major support line and we are already finished the target. And this is the projection on the ES. The projection on the ES is 56.50 followed by support at 55.75. So in other words, what I'm trying to say, after this ES hit the target from the last half an hour, nothing has happened. The market keep going back and forth to the safe entry, but they all hit the target half an hour ago and nothing has happened yet. And then if you notice, the ES is bumping into major support below the target, plus projection and plus a support line. So there is nothing to trade on the short side anymore on that future. Actually, for the advanced trader right now, when everybody trying to look short, for me, I start looking for long because long here it is in favor than to go short because now those levels has been reached. Those levels are in and out. Is finished. Is done. So now we are looking for a long trade. It's a Friday. It's risky a little bit. Around 1 o'clock. Um, uh, Around 1 o'clock now, the market on a Friday take one direction, either short or long. At the moment, there is 714 ticks and 15 ticks based on the last signal. The targets hits, but we've been 1 hour waiting on the new signal, and it don't seems like we're gonna get the new signal. It's gonna be a very, very long time before we see the new signal. If we notice on the ES, came in exactly to the support line, and now is driving you crazy between those lines. And if the buyers come in, it's going to be projecting again from the 64.50. So in a way, the market, if we look at the ES on the wider picture, you can see this ES got stuck in this channel. Very simple, very straightforward. This ES got stuck in that channel, and it's been for quite time right now. And there we go. Here is one, and here is two, and it is over. Now, anything on that ES is gambling. If we look a little bit farther, we have hit the target long time ago, and we are sitting on the same levels. I mean, it's very loud and clear. We are sitting on the same level here and getting stuck waiting on the buyers and the sellers to make a decision how they want to take the ES. It's not you and I. We don't have an inventory. We just rent in the CL and the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. Folks, we've been in 1 hour. I wanted to cover auto trades. I promised myself I don't want to teach any more future trading. But if this will help anybody out there, uh, it will be my pleasure. We are sharing our signals. The trace is on your own. We do not take responsibility for your own trading. The only thing we are going live to help some of the traders out there, and I'm not interested to know who's out there. I just trying to share sometimes some information or put spotlight on what's going on in the market. So hopefully there is one or two traders. We got a lot of response and asking me to notify them when we have. Right now, I'm out of my main office, and next month I will be in my main office, and then I can be more relaxed in my main office because I have more screen and I have a screen can fit with the YouTubes. Those are much wider screen, but I will try next month to run as much as I can. Probably every day I'll try to run and spotlight what's going on in the future trading every day. I'll try to do my best at my main office. Uh, uh, then I'll try to um, some people asking me to send them notification. I think I'm not sure how things work, but I think if you are registered or subscribed for this channel, I think you get notification. Or maybe when I get to my main office, I'll try to do something else so I can notify you. Now, if we notice again on the ES, still is driving the traders crazy, is going yo-yo. If we notice again, where we said there is a projection and a support line is right there, and it came into the tick, folks, to the tick. And here's your projection. So now if we are looking again on the ES, that's exactly how we draw the line for you, and you can see slowly right now it's coming back to the same area. You can see it on your market analyzer. It's 2672.25. So that is gonna drive a lot of traders crazy, really, and even for automated trading, is those time and whatever auto trade you're using, it's not gonna generate money. That's for sure. When this is the worst enemy for, today there is something also I like to highlight on the 5 minutes chart we had today. And I had a guy, he is insisting on continue trading uh, just on the CL. Actually, it happened on the CL, I think, wasn't it? I think it was on the 3 minute CL. The Nasdaq. Look, this is an example because you still have the same problem with guys. They don't understand why they cannot keep trading. If you notice here, when the market took that trade, very fine. This is the other system. But the problem is on any kind of auto trade, traders, they don't understand that on those area here, how you want your auto trade to make money in this area here. There is nothing. It's one straight line. So when the market is sideways or flat, how you want this auto trade to work for you? So if we look on the ES, the same thing. I mean, they keep asking the same question: Can I turn it on 24/7? No, you cannot turn any auto trade 24/7. Of course, we have a B scalper. You can turn it on a Globex. It is made for that, and then in the morning, then you can turn the A scalper or the A swing trading. But you cannot keep going with the same formula with the same size shoes to work a day and night for you. It is not, because and the Globex, the market is not moving, and you cannot trade the market with the trend when the market is not moving. So you have two sections, and there are two different auto trade for that purposes. So if we look right now after this market close, nothing has happened. On the Russell, we still struggling. We have not done that much. 30-year Treasury bond On the DAX today, we have a couple of three trades. We nailed it. That's very fine. But I think it was the CL. No, not on this chart. The CL hit 580. Okay, I think this one, it was the chart. If we notice in this area here, nothing happened. And on this area now, we have a breakout, but those numbers has not been confirmed. We need to confirm it and pull back before we enter the market. So in a way, a lot of traders still thinks there is an auto trade out there, can trade 24/7. And guys, please don't waste your time. This is not going to happen. There is no such a thing called 24/7. And anyone tells you 24/7, he's laughing at you. In the market during the session, an auto trade can make money and lose money. You cannot be winning all the time. Only naive traders thinks that you can keep making money and making money. So if I turn it on for 1,000, it should be 2,003. This is not gonna happen. If you wanted to auto trade, you have to understand there is rules that you need to put your daily target. You have to be conservative, but there is nothing called 24/7, folks. That's why we have an A scalper for the normal session, B scalper for a Globex, and then you have the swing trading if you wanted to trade a swing trading or the price action signal entry. Then this is total different because this one here, it is you're going by the signal, and you have a signal when the momentum or the market has changed direction. So you're not infected by the noises in the market doing that session. As an example, when we have the entry and we have a sell entry as an example on the ES, we hit the target, all this sideways, all this flat, and the market back and forth. You're not involved in it. You're out of the game. Now, for that type of a trading, you are not affected by the volatility in the market because you have one entry, one target. Once you hit the target, you're done. So if you are trading that system, you were done with that target long time ago, and now we are waiting on a long trade. So all this uh, enchilada here, back and forth, you're not involved in that trade because you're done. You took the short entry, you hit the target, and you are done. So now what you are really waiting on a new signal. So where the other auto trades, the other normal auto trades, they keep going back and forth, short and long, until they establish their target. So on this one here right now, let's see if we're gonna be able to break this one. So if we are able to break those area, we're gonna have a new signal, and let's see what will happen on the ES. I'll give you the new entry on those. Uh, Now look, there is a buyers again on the same level if you notice, and trying to break those area. If you go back with your video, you will see it was the same area where the buyers trying to jump in, and that's why the charts was blinking like a Christmas tree. And look at this, folks. Look at this, folks. Look where this ES came in, exactly to the same number. One more time. Look at this. One more time. And this is exactly how I drew the picture for you 10 minutes ago. I told you exactly what will happen to the ES movement. The things is with the future is not based on the past, is based on predicted the future because you are trading futures. So we already draw what will happen on the ES 10 minutes ago. Now, nothing will happen on the ES if we're not breaking those level here, this box. Look, look, got rejected again. Got rejected again. So this here, the chart, has a couple lines and an entry signal and a trailing stops based on fibs. You can auto trade it, you can manual trade it, you can ATM trade in it, or you can full automated ATM strategy. So there is a 3-4 option comes in with this one, and it does not need somebody, a brilliant guy with a price action knowledge. What it does need a guy learn the three, four lines, understand those lines, how they work, where's the projection, and whether you are auto traded or you are manual trading, you should be doing very fine on those. I'm gonna stay for a couple of minutes to see if no, this market is not gonna happen. So we've been over an hour. I'm sorry I got involved in the future trading and I shouldn't. Uh, but yeah, it's going to be a long ride. It's got rejected, so we have no new signal on the buy-in entry, and the market is sideways. So there is no use sit down and wasting another hour and keep my mouth open and getting in trouble. Folks, that's all what we have, and God bless you all. And if there's anything happen, I'll try to cover it, but I'm not sure anything is going to happen right now at the moment with the future market. God bless you all. See you all next week.